All right, we're going to start a new game here. New game, we're going to play the white pieces. We're going to play the trainer at 1,000. So I'm going to open with Queen 4, the London system, and I'll play the traditional right this minute. You're attacking my king right away, but I can easily block with my pawn. Okay, now you're attacking that pawn twice, which is not a great thing for me. But should I do that, or I think I'll take my knight out. So I'm going to continue with my knight fight. And I think still bring my pieces out instead of trying to trade pieces right yet. And I'll castle. Oh, I don't know why it turned off my, I need to have my, my greenies help, and they might help you if you're watching the game, because it is a lot to keep up with, obviously. It's a tough game, chess. Anyway, right now, you know, my knight, it's saying I should attack the bishop, and that's probably a pretty good idea, get her out of there, so I'm going to go with that. All right, now, so we've got our pieces mobilized. We want to get our rooks into the game. I'll bring that one out. Now you're attacking my knight again. If I go here, here, that's about as good as any, I think. Take my knight, look at my options. That's another thing, you know, it lights up your blue dot options, which is pretty good to give you a visual on where you can go and what's going to happen. So I'm going to go here and continue to try to make my knight active. And let's see. If I get my queen out and create a ram towards the king, that might not be such a bad idea. So I'm going to do that. And again, I don't know why there's something in this game that I haven't set up to keep my greenies on. But here's the deal. If I attack the king, the irony of it is I can attack, I'm going to move him over to H8 over there. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So now I've gone there. My queen is protecting my bishop. Your queen is down here attacking me. And my king can't do anything about that. What I could do is I could move my rook up here and attack the queen. And let's see what's going to happen there. If I do that, no, that's no good because your bishop is guarding that, see? So that's why it's good to keep an eye on things. It's suggesting I just save my queen, my bishop, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring my bishop back down. Now you're attacking my queen. Don't particularly like that. See, those knights are very tricky. It's just saying take the knight, which is probably as good a job as anything. Just take it, and now what? So it's saying to try that trap again. Why would that be any better this time? I don't see why it would be any better. It's kind of just redundant. But that seems like it's the suggestion. We'll go ahead and see what comes of it. Ironically, if we repeat that move 3 times in a row, it could be considered a draw, or it would be a draw, and we don't really want that. So I can't leave my bishop there because the king can take it. So the only thing I can really do is bring my queen down to be more effective, and I can't because those pawns are protecting. So we are back to square one, as they say. Now, and your pawns are well placed here. There's really nowhere to go with my knight. Let's see, it's just saying to come back again. I'll go ahead and do that and try to think of a better strategy next time. So, to me, the best strategy would be to take that pawn, and now here's an idea. Going after the queen with my bishop protected by the knight, that's a possibility. But the stronger possibility might be to just take this pawn and try to, do a pawn rush to break up the center there. Because ultimately we're trying to get that king. So now if we attack the queen that same way, the queen has to retreat. And now we could trade queens. Now if I trade queens, let's see what our pieces are. If I trade queens right now, you're up a bishop, which is not good, but I'm up a knight, so it's kind of a trade-off. If I get the queen out of the way, that means we have to work with our skill pieces. So it suggests that I'm going to go with that. You take, okay, now we got a battle of wits here. So this looks like a great move. And no, it's not, because the bishop takes me. I think I need to get my rook out of hiding, bring him out. You're going to do the same thing on your side. Okay. Now, I think I want to attack, and it agrees. So it's also saying to double up my protection on this pawn. Maybe I'll do that first then. Well, if I take an attack, I'm gaining a pawn. Now I can go back and I'm still safe. And now I'm attacking your bishop. So let's see if that pays off. And you say, well, I'm going to take your pawn. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to take your bishop and attack your other bishop. So let's see if that pays off. And it's going to, I think that's a good idea. Just take the other bishop. You take my rook, but now, you take my knight. But my knight's done a pretty big job here. So I'm going to take the bishop. You're going to take my knight. Now we got a race of pawns to get to the queen side, to promote to a queen. So how are we going to do this? I think, take that pawn. And I can take that pawn. And I'm not too bad off here. To me, the rooks are very powerful pieces. So I need to figure out a way to use my rooks to my advantage and keep your rooks busy doing nothing. Right now, if I move my bishop here, well, it wants me to attack. So that's an idea, because, okay, it's attacking that pawn. All right, if we move our rook up and then put our bishop, well, see now, because my rook, by moving my pawn up now, you can't take because that pawn was protected by the rook, or the rook would have put the king in check. So now I'm going to take that pawn, I believe. Oh, it wants me to take it with the rook. Now, that's an idea because it'd be trading pieces. Let's see what happens. If we take, you take, I take, and now I'm closer to making a queen, but no, because the king just took me. So, but, you know, we're playing a pretty decent game here. So, oh, wow, what a fork this is. Now, look at here. When I place my bishop, I'm attacking the king. The king has to move because it's in check, but then I take the rook. Whammo. Now I'm really winning. I mean, basically, I'm winning. So it's mine to lose. And I better not talk too loud on that. All right, what I'm going to do is I got to get rid of that pawn. So I'm going to get my bishop out of here to safety. It doesn't kind of really matter, I don't think. Now I take your pawn away. Now we can start to carve away. So it's saying, yeah, now here I can advance my pawns because one pawn is protecting the other. The king moves up, fine and dandy, makes no difference to me. That probably was not a good move. In fact, that was a dumb move. I can't go, well, I could go back. Should I go back and see what it says? Because here I'm protected. So really what I need to do is chase that king and chase that other pawn. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll get my bishop out of the way. I'll get my rook chasing the king. Now I'll move my pawn up, protected by the rook, up again, protected, not needing protection. Move my bishop out of the way. The king can't, see, this rook is creating a barrier, which is great. Now I march on, and now I'm queened. Now we're really in a winning battle. All right, so first I'm going to get rid of that pawn. The only thing to be concerned about here is stalemate, and we don't want to stalemate, but we'll take our pawn, and now we have to trap the king. So attack. The thing about avoiding stalemate is keeping the king in check, because once you allow the king to not be in check, you can very easily find there are two positions with stalemate. So we definitely don't want to do that. So I think the bishop will protect the queen and the rook will protect. So if I move the queen here, all right, now I can't move the queen there. I have to move the queen here. I'm not liking this. I really need to I can't allow that king to be out of check, so I'm going to have to check. And I need to move him over to the left. So I'm going to check. And gonna check. And I'm going to, this is where I think they call this staircasing or something, but I need to keep him in check. Good. Moving there is good for me. Check. And, whoa. Now, oh yeah, checkmate. So, at least we beat the ELO 1000. It took a little bit of doing. but that's all the name of the game, is just keep on keeping on and learn as you go.